Just when you think corporate greed can't get any worse, EA decides to have the craziest shit they have done probably since Star Wars Battlefront 2 with the star cards bullshit. Man, I don't know who at EA thought it was a good idea to add microtransactions to a offline game mode and make the grind even harder by changing settings that would make you progress faster than normal. Obviously, there's a big controversy going on with College Football 27. A lot of the videos I've seen from the people who have played the game early said that the gameplay was really good, but there's one caveat: the fact that you have to pay to upgrade your player in an offline game mode, trying to kind of taking to what NBA 2K does, but with the fact, excluding the fact that there's no way to use your player in a competitive way that would make paying for your overalls be worth it. And EA tried to pull a fast one on us, man. They tried to put a fast one. They tried to sneak that shit in there, thinking that the people who actually care wouldn't fucking notice or wouldn't care, except everyone did notice, and there's a pretty big outrage about it. And like I said, it almost seems like the greed. Just when you think corporate greed for games can't get any fucking worse, EA sets a new fucking bar and drops this bullshit, bro. It's just absolutely insane to me. So basically, the gist of it is in the game mode, which is Road to Glory, where you create your own player and get to customize them, play through high school and 4 years of college ball, which is a 12 or 13 game seasons, depending on if you make the postseason or not. You're probably playing around, give or take, 50 or 60 games. They are making you or giving you the option to pay to boost your players overall in a game mode, like I said, that has no competitive value because you cannot take your player and put them on an online competitive like game like 2K. Like you can send your player to the fucking rec or whatever and play games against other players and test your players' attributes and stuff against actual competition. There is no such thing in college football 27. So like this shit doesn't make any fucking sense, bro. Like, why the fuck did they think that that was even a good idea to even attempt to put something like that in the game? And to top it all off, they make it to where it's really difficult or almost impossible to make your player a high overall because they changed the sliders to where you cannot get more XP than the normal base value, which is absolutely fucking insane. So they're trying to really push this to where people might get desperate and really want their fucking player to be the fucking greatest on the fucking field and shit, and might actually buy into that bullshit by lowering the sliders and making it to where it takes a lot longer to progress your player. So you might think about actually buying into this bullshit. And what makes it even dumber is the fact that you can pick if you're a 1 star, 2 star, or I think it starts with 2 star, at least it didn't count 26, a 2 star, 3 star, 4 star, or 5 star prospect coming out of high school, which picking those in the previous two games would show or would give you a specific overall that you start at. In this game, there's no such thing. Picking your your prospect status has no meaning at all anymore because your overall stays the same regardless. Regardless, your overall stays exactly the fucking same. Does not change. You're going to be like at a fucking 50 overall out of high school regardless. So like what's even the fucking point of picking anybody like a 5 star fucking recruit? Because a lot of people picked 5 star fucking prospects because they would have a fucking OP fucking player by the end of the season. Now, or by the end of the career in college, now you don't fucking even get that because if you pick a 5 star, you're still gonna be a fucking 50 overall fucking scrub. It's fucking insane, bro. And what makes matters even worse is not only did they do that bullshit on fucking Road to Glory, trying to make it seem like it's fucking 2K, which 2K is already bad enough, but fucking EA somehow set the bar even fucking lower than 2K. They also did the same thing in Dynasty, where you cannot progress your coach over the normal slider. And who the fuck wants to fucking put that shit at slow or slowest when it fucking takes forever to progress your fucking coach anyway? And on so they got rid of those sliders, and you can also pay to have your fucking coach progress faster as well. So like they made it to where like if you want to fucking do a dynasty with a bunch of friends, it kind of makes it pay to win, but like who the fuck actually wants to do that shit? On top of the fact that it's also an offline fucking mode. Like who do, like why? Why, bruh? So yeah, this is like shit fucking is a next evolution of what they tried to do with fucking Star Wars Battlefront 2, where they did the star card bullshit and they finally went back on it, and then fucking Battlefront 2 was never the same. They're trying to do that shit is, and I think it has a little bit to do with the buyout that they did in late last year, where I think some company in Saudi Arabia or Saudi Arabia in general, I think it was like the country of Saudi Arabia, bought out EA. That might have something to do with it. It wouldn't surprise me, to be honest, because this is like the biggest release I think since then. That finally came into like effect, like officially. And then on top of that too, another thing that I was thinking about is that a lot of people probably wouldn't have bought this game if it was only on console, but because it's on PC, I think a lot of people are going to buy it anyway because a lot of people who don't have consoles or don't have the current gen consoles that can play it but have a PC is just going to buy the game anyway just because they want to play the previous two games, and this is going to be the first one, or people just want to experience mods and better performance. So the people who wouldn't have bought this game because of this bullshit are going to buy it anyway because of it being on PC, which I think the timing is kind of convenient for that. And I think that's another big reason why they tried to pull this shit this year instead of the previous 2 years, because I feel like a lot of people wouldn't have bought it if it wasn't coming to PC, and it would have hurt their sales a bit. What doesn't make sense, like, there's just no way in my head that anybody actually fucking purchases these little points that upgrade their player and coaches. That just seems completely illogical and, with lack of a better word, fucking stupid. I mean, like I said, you have this character, unless you transfer it over to Madden, you have this character for 4 seasons of college ball, and that is it. So you're paying money for maybe 15 hours of fucking playtime. The coach seems a bit more like okay, but like it's just shitty overall. And I really hope that modders for the PC port of the game actually fucking cook and fucking add those fast and faster sliders to the game, because there's like no reason for me to play fucking Road to Glory when my fucking player can't even fucking progress at all. I kind of like the idea of what they did with like the fucking caps and stuff and upgrading like 2K, but why the fuck would they actually try and attempt to pull a fast one on everybody by fucking sliding in these fucking paid microtransactions to fucking upgrade your player, bro? It makes zero fucking sense to me, man. This is like the craziest fucking corporate greed in a video game that I've seen in a fucking long ass time. And of course, who would expect it from any other fucking company than fucking Electronic Arts, bro? Absolutely crazy. And of course, they do it on a fucking sports game, because a lot of the sports fucking people who play these sports games just don't give a fuck. But I think a lot of these guys are starting to realize that like this is some fucking bullshit, and a lot of the content creators are not happy about this shit, rightly so. And man, this is just fucking crazy, man. Like I said, I'm a big fan. I have like a series on my channel. It's College Football 26. I play College Football 25. I like college or NCAA football 14. I like college football. And like I said, because it's coming to PC, like I wasn't going to get this game to begin with. And now I really didn't want to get this game. I really wouldn't have got this game if it was only on consoles with this bullshit going on. But because it's coming to PC, I'm going to get it anyway because I want to see what kind of mods and shit they have. And I want the better performance. But if it was only going to go me on consoles, I was going to skip this year entirely, and especially with this fucking bullshit going on now. And like I said, I think that's why they decided to do it this fucking year, because they knew that it wouldn't hurt their sales, because the people who are not going to get it this year because they don't have a PC and they have to deal with this fucking bullshit. So they said fuck. They would rightly say fuck it. I'm not even gonna bother. Are getting made up for by the people who want to play it on PC and people who don't have a console, so they get it on PC. You know what I mean? So I feel like it's a very convenient timing for them to try some shit like this. But whatever, man. I'm done ranting about this. If you want to see a video from someone who's a bit more like inside of this bullshit, like someone like Not the Expert or Bordeaux and shit, like actual like college football, sports, EA Sports content creators and shit, like people who do sports games more often, I recommend looking at those videos too, because this is absolutely insane. Like this shit isn't even like about college football or fucking sports games, bro. This is about gaming in general, bro. Because this just sets a bad that precedent that fucking that these fucking game, not the game developer, but like the game publishers and these fucking companies and shit can just like fucking try and get away with shit like this. Like they want to, like it feels like they can just try and get away with this fucking bullshit, and it's just like, completely unacceptable, man. Completely unacceptable. But anyway, guys, let me know what you think in the comments, and I'll see you guys in another one. Peace.